I'm going to tell you something that might save you months or even years of frustration. If you're trying to break into tech right now with no degree, no connections, and no clear path forward, here's the raw truth. Mentorship is the #1 shortcut to getting hired. Not more tutorials, not another certification, not grinding away alone for 14 hours a day. Mentorship. And I don't just mean having someone you can message when you're stuck, I mean the real thing. Someone who's already done exactly what you want to do, who can steer you away from the common traps that derail most beginners, who saves you from wasting precious months on the wrong things. Hey, I'm Mohammed, and I've helped hundreds of aspiring developers connect with world-class mentors who fast-track their coding careers. Today, I want to show you exactly what real mentorship does, the hidden benefits nobody talks about but hiring managers notice immediately, and how anyone can find quality mentors even if you're starting completely from scratch with zero connections. This isn't theory, I've seen it work over and over again. Let me show you how. Here's what happens when you're learning to code alone. You get stuck on a bug, you Google it. You find 5 different Stack Overflow answers, you try them all. Nothing works. You watch more tutorials, you try again. You stay stuck, frustration builds, self-doubt creeps in. Does this sound familiar? A real mentor breaks this deadly loop. Instead of spending 3 hours hunting for solutions, you ask one question, get one clear answer, and suddenly you're moving again. I remember Zhao, one of our students. He spent 2 weeks trying to debug an authentication system before joining us. His mentor looked at his code and instantly spotted the issue. It wasn't just a bug that got fixed. Zhao learnt a debugging approach he still uses today. But here's what's really powerful. When you have a mentor, you build projects that actually demonstrate your thinking process. You get real-time feedback instead of guessing if you're on the right track. Your code gets cleaner, your problem solving gets sharper, and most importantly, you stay in the game long enough to win it. Think about this for a second. When a hiring manager has 200 applications from people who all claim to know React or Python, how do they decide? They pick the ones who can talk confidently about real-world problems, who can explain their thinking clearly, who show they've been through the trenches. Mentors help you get there faster because they've already been through it. They tell you, don't spend time on that framework yet. Focus here instead. They'll point out, this section of your resume is raising red flags, here's how to fix it. They'll warn you, that portfolio project looks too much like a tutorial. Add these features to make it stand out. And when they know you're serious, they might even refer you directly. That's not theoretical, that's literally how Samantha, one of our students, landed her first developer job at $95,000. Her mentor had worked at the company 3 years earlier and made a single phone call. Now think about what happens when you land your first job even just 3 months earlier than you would have. You start earning a developer's salary 90 days sooner. That's $20,000 plus for many people. You gain real industry experience while others are still struggling with tutorials. You get access to better opportunities, remote work, and better benefits. Mentorship doesn't just help you get unstuck, it accelerates everything that happens after that. That one project you almost gave up on, your mentor helps you finish it and it becomes the talking point that lands your first interview. That interview that you thought you bombed, that mentor breaks it down with you and you show up 10 times better to the next one. That's the difference between spending another year almost ready and actually building a career. Now maybe you're thinking, that sounds amazing, but I don't have access to mentorship. Here's how to change that. Even if you're learning completely solo, be visible. Post your progress on Twitter or LinkedIn. Share what you're building, even if it's imperfect. People can't help if they don't know you exist. Be specific. Don't ask, will you be my mentor? Instead, ask a small, thoughtful question about something specific. Then, follow up to show you implemented the advice. Be consistent. Mentorship isn't a one-time favor. It's a relationship that builds over time. Show up regularly wherever your potential mentors hang out. Give context. When you ask for help, show what you've tried, what you're thinking, where you're stuck. Make it easy for people to help you. Most mentors don't need you to be perfect, they just need to see that you care enough to keep going. At FES, mentorship isn't just a nice bonus feature, it's the core of how our entire system works. because we've seen firsthand how it changes everything. People finish their projects because someone helped them debug. People get interviews because someone reviewed their resume. People get referred because they showed up consistently and built trust. This isn't about luck or natural talent, it's about structure, support, and showing up when it counts. And mentorship is what pulls all of that together. So if you're trying to do this alone, struggling through tutorials, bouncing between courses, wondering if you're on the right track, you don't have to. Mentorship is out there. You just have to know how to ask. And if you want it built into every part of your journey, from your first bug to your first offer, look through the videos in this channel. See the stories. Watch how mentorship changed the game for people just like you. Because when you have it, everything moves faster. So take that first step today.